Athar Tiwari. He's the co-founder and director of our organization as well, and he has some important announcements to make. Athar, over to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Lakshmi ma'am. Okay, so before we start, I have a very specific. I will just only take 5 minutes for in this session. Won't waste a lot of time because I think our guests have joined. Okay, so I will just have a. I will just share my screen. Just a second. Hmm. Yes. Okay. So very simple session. Simple thing. NCORE so far. So till now we have from last I think 1 month we are struggling with many things in for DDJ. As in the previous sessions we've already shared about our initiatives like DDJ, Cyber Jagrukta, and more and more and more initiatives that we are taking up. So, last month we had an MOU with Kerala Police Cyber Dome for Kid Glove. So, Kid Glove is a specific program designed for student. Same, we are both the organizations are working very closely for the child development and child safety, specifically if we talk in the field of cybersecurity. So now we both are have joined our hands for this thing. So these were some moments from our MOU signing. With that, we even hosted our second batch of Digital Wellness Vanguard certification program for all the counselors as well as for the police officers of Kerala Police who will be going in the field to train the students, and we're gonna train the student in the field of digital safety and digital security and cyber security. As we have to work on the grassroots level so that our overall generation will be safeguard from the cyber threats. As today only I got a call from a college girl. She was saying, yeah, I lost 5,000 rupees just because of a very simple type of fraud. That is, she want a job. So her 5,000 rupees is gone in just 2 hours. So we just need to work on a very basic level. That is, we have to safeguard our students. Automatically, all the other generation and the upcoming generation will be safeguarded. As we all know, in right now the war is going on. So this cyber warfare is also on its peak. So we have to take care from both the ends. So yeah, that's it from my end. I think yeah. Before that, these all are the states as what I always do in all my presentations. So all these are the states where people are joining us. So we are really happy that with the excitement that people shows for this particular series. So thanks a lot everyone for joining this thing. And yeah, over to you, Lakshmi ma'am, before we start.
Athar, our guest are expected to join in a few more minutes. So if you can continue with your session, that would be great.
Okay, no issues. I thought, yeah, okay, Bala sir has not joined, no issues. Okay, so as prevention is better than cure, right? So before Lakshmi ma'am told us about the different issues or different crimes that will that are that are happening with kids every day, the real culture that we are following nowadays. So it's very simple to prevent the things of. So for that we have released a very simple thing for schools, that is known as DDJ, that is Digital Detox Junior, and for the parents as well. Just a second. Yeah, my screen is now shared, I think. Yes. Okay, when you will just gonna search Digital Detox Junior. Yeah, so we on from our website you will be simply redirected to Digital Detox Junior. This is our website. There you will just gonna get a very simple detox kit. You can just download it. It's completely free of cost. Okay, we have two different books that are available for parents. They can read it. And first of all, what we have is a parent guide for Digital Detox Junior, how to prevent our kids from the digital issues that they are facing in day-to-day life. So these are very basic, very simple thing we all know, but sometimes we forgot. So first of all, guideline kit for parents, very simple. How to set up strong passwords? Okay, many of every one of us uses WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, but how many of us have set it up the two-factor authentication? You can raise your hands if you want to. So let's make this session a little bit more interactive. Yeah, Vidhi Pandey. Yeah, you use the two-factor authentication. There are, I think, around 40 people, in which 3 have raised their hand. Okay, only 3 people are using two-factor authentication. 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 1, 8, 9. Okay, so there are 10 from 40. There are only 10 or 11 or 12 people who are using two-factor authentication, right? But why I am saying two-factor authentication, there are different type of authentication methods available. I won't be wasting time in explaining each and every type of two-factor of authentication. There are multi-factor authentication, hardware authentication, software authentication, and two-factor authentication. But most commonly is the two-factor authentication that we have. So WhatsApp gives you the feature to add a two-factor authentication. It's very simple. Go to account, two-factor authentication, and turn it on. Why this is important? If someone is trying to get into your account or trying to get your access of the account, if you have enabled this two-factor authentication, it will gonna ask that person the unique 4-digit or 6-digit code that you have set in. So once you give that particular code, only then he or she will be able to access your account. It's very much important nowadays, because this loan app fraud, all the kind of fake job applications, and all this kind of fraud are now associated with this kind of very simple thing. We have the option, but we never turn this particular option on. Second, we can set up the data limit. What is data limit? Nowadays everyone is using unlimited internet. Everyone has that 1000 GB internet plan. Our internet should not be turned on, but kids don't need 1000 GB internet, right? If you are in a corporate, working in office, you have a 9 to 5 job, then you will be using this kind of things, right? But kids don't need this 1000 GB internet. Either they will gonna watch reels or they will gonna end up watching some YouTube videos. So you can set up some kind of data limit for these kids, and all the phones have their data limit options. Say for example, for a particular day you only want the kid to spend 5 GB data or 2 GB data, so you can set up that data warning limits. Then we can use screen pinning. So screen pinning, there are multiple type of screen pinning. How you can use it, it's up to you. I won't be wasting a lot of time in explaining all the things. You can simply download this thing and apply all these things. Yeah, but this is one of the most important thing, that is use Google Family Link. This particular application is very much important nowadays, because it's not about we are tracking the kids. It's about we are just securing our kids from the hackers and from the things that should not be on the internet, as internet is a ocean that has all the things, but we only want good fishes. We don't want shark fish to eat our kids, right? So that's the thing. So this is Google Family Link. You can even turn it on Xiaomi phone. They have this digital well-being and parental control. You can just turn it on, and there will be a unique code, or it will be associated with your email ID, and you can just have a look that what the kids are spending time on. Say for an example, your kid's phone has four applications. One is PUBG, Instagram, mobile phone, and Google. So it will just gonna list you that okay, he is spending 5 hours a day on PUBG, 4 hours a day on LinkedIn. Sorry, not on LinkedIn, on this Instagram. So you can just allocate a particular time. Say for example, you only want your kid to only invest around 2 hours as a whole. So you can even do that also. So you can set up complete parental guide. See, digital well-being, 5 hour left for Facebook. You can allocate the time on particular application. You can allocate time that at what time the children should sleep. So you can just do that. As children are getting smart, so similarly we also have to get smart a little bit. So yeah, that's the thing. Second, we can use virus total as because as we go with the trend. So because of the war, there is a lot of threat in India also. There are many hacking groups that are really active in India that are targeting young people also, kids also, and even old people also. elderly people. So we should either, if there is any kind of say for an example, yesterday was 1st of April, the April Fool Day. So a lot of PDFs were circulated yesterday with the name of war lockdown, and remove you from the group. These kind of April Fool have been done yesterday. But how many of us thought in a way, so there might be some chances or possibility that that war lockdown PDF could contain some kind of viruses. So that is also a possibility that can, we have completely forgotten that, yeah, it's just an April Fool file. It might be some possibility that particular that file also could have this particular virus or a worm can that file also contain, and everyone was just simply sharing that thing. So this is virus total. If you are, by any chance you are in, you thought okay, this particular file could contain virus, you can simply come to this particular virus total website, upload the file and just check the file whether this particular file is right or not. Then disable comments on videos for your child channel. Yeah, nowadays many of the children are very much interested in social media. They want to make their career in
Sorry,
social media.
Atharu, could you please ensure that Chandramani alias Atharu part 2 could you please mute yourself, Chandramani?
Oh, okay, just a second.
Yeah, she's muted.
Yeah, done.
She or he or okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Ram. Okay, I will just gonna continue. Just a second. Chrome tab. Yep. Okay. So many kids and many students wants to make their career in social media and digital marketing and all this stuff. So, but according to their age, we can disable and enable the things. Say for example, disable comments on videos. Nowadays we cannot keep a track of all the comments. For example, there are 1000 comments. So different comments are responsible for different kind of actions that what children do. If there are wrong comments under their video, what it will gonna happen, either it will be on a a wrong side. They will just take that particular comment in a wrong way, and many have taken very wrong steps. Many kids have taken very wrong steps with those comments, because we have received a lot of cases where very young kids and very young children, let's say for example of from 6th or 7th class, they are like okay, मेरा वीडियो में ना एक गलत कमेंट लिख दिया था, मुझे मोटा बोल दिया. So normally there was some guy just added a comment to a boy that you are fat, why you are dancing, and that particular comment was that particular boy took that comment so brutally that he stopped making video. He goes to depression and all that thing, and they have to consult a psychologist after that. So you can simply disable the comments on the videos. If they want to make a career in YouTube or social media, they are very much open for it, but everything should be restricted according to their age. What they consume is very much important. And now very important thing is check for data breaches. All we never say that you are completely secure on internet. Okay, we will gonna take all the questions in the end of the session. I'm really sorry I cannot answer all the questions right now. Okay, so yeah, we all on the internet, we are not safe. First, we all our data is will be either on dark web or will be shared, as we are only the one who share the data very simply. Okay, so this is particular field, I will just share the data. You are giving me this thing free, I want a free coupon, I just share my email ID. Your email ID is now is in the hackers database. You will be now start receiving some spam mails. You click on the spam mail, again you will gonna end up into some kind of a trap that the hackers have already planned for you. So it's very simple, but you can safeguard yourself just by one single website. This is named as Have I Been Pawned. I will just open this website, just a second. Yes, so this is the website. So you just have to add your email ID in this website. Say for example, my email ID is athartiwari535@gmail.com, and when I click on check, so it will just gonna tell me where my data has been compromised. So my data has been compromised in 12 data breaches. It will just list down all the data breaches where my data has been compromised. So I can plan and act accordingly, and I will gonna change my passwords. So this is how we can simply check the things off. It's very simple. Then after this, we have, if by any chance you thought ki, okay, my phone is hacked or my system is hacked, so we have a very simple tool by Certain. You can simply go on Play Store for all the Android users. There's a app named as CERT in bot removal. Okay, you can simply get this tool from Play Store. This is how the logo looks like. This is eScan Certain bot removal. Very simple tool. If you by any chance thought ki, okay, there is a lot of ads that are coming on my screen, or there is a lot of things that should not be in my phone, so just run this application, run the scan from this application, give the full access. It's certified by Certain, that is Computer Emergency Response Team of India. So they have certified this application, and you can use this application in your mobile phone. It's very much secured application. So just for the checking, and there are a lot of cyber habits and useful tips you can just go through, and yeah. So we also have the second rule book for parenting, specifically designed by one of our advisor, Mr. Krishna Kumar. So you can even go through this thing. It's very much useful, and yeah, these are some of the things that we provide. And there are a lot of things and lot of initiatives that we are coming up. We are connecting with schools. We are collaborating with schools to set up digital labs, digital detox labs. We are also coming up with very crazy comic books for students who can read, and even they can think it out of the box, that what they are doing right now. These are some of our future initiatives that are coming very soon in the market, and you all will be updated for those initiatives. Okay, so I think it's time for me. It's 7:25, so I think Lakshmi ma'am, you can take over from here.
Yes, and I think we might have our guest speaker soon. Meanwhile, please let me know once the speaker joins, Athar, and I just share my screen. Just a second, let me know.
I think ma'am Bala sir has joined.
Okay, Bala sir is joined.
Yeah.
Just a second. Bala sir, can you please confirm if you've joined?
Just a second, let me give him. Yeah, Balakrishna.
Can somebody please let me share my screen meanwhile?
Yeah, sure. I will just.
I think sir will be joining in 2 minutes. So I'll just start, and I'll just stop in between. You just save the 2 minutes.
Sure. I will just do that.
Athar, please let me know when sir joins. Is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible now.
So Athar was already covered about Digital Detox Junior. He'll be mentioning it again. Athar, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Sir, ma'am Bala sir has also joined.
Oh, okay, fine. So I think right timing. So I will just stop sharing my screen. I'll a second. So once again, everyone, good evening. It's my privilege to introduce to you Thiru V. Balakrishnan IPS, Sir, Inspector General of Police, Central Zone, Tamil Nadu. A seasoned officer with extensive field experience as Superintendent of Police across key districts, and Sir has led critical law and order operations and public safety efforts. In today's evolving landscape, his work has increasingly focused on cybercrime, digital fraud,
Ma'am, you are muted. Lakshmi ma'am?
I'm so yes. I'm so sorry. So good evening, everyone. It's my privilege to introduce Thiru V. Balakrishnan IPS, Sir, Inspector General of Police, Central Zone, Tamil Nadu. A seasoned officer with extensive field experience as superintendent of police across key districts, Sir has led critical law and order operations and public safety efforts. In today's evolving landscape, his work is increasingly focused on cybercrime, digital frauds, and strengthening cyber response system at the grassroots level. In fact, I can vouch for that because when I was in Coimbatore, and he has actually helped us, the volunteers, in various cases, and he has been a crucial, support for saving many victims' lives. His leadership reflects how policing today is not just about maintaining order, but about protecting citizens in a digital world. We are honored to have you with us, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Lakshmi. Good evening, viewers. I'm happy to connect to you all once again on this platform. Last time when we all met, it was about again cyber safety security, and this time again it is connected. It's a connected topic, but on a different tangent, aiming at the next generation, future generations of our country. So the digital medium on the one hand has brought revolution in the way we communicate with each other and the way information technology is utilized to improve our lives. But at the same time, on the flip side, it has also contributed to a lot of issues as well, particularly when it comes to the younger generation, young minds. The digital dominance is there in every child's life now. Thanks to COVID, we are all forced to glue to digital gadgets, particularly the children, because of the online classes, and it kind of brought in a normalization of digital behavior in a way, and that has kind of set the base for digital addiction. Now, the digital addiction is comparable with the drug addiction in many ways, because the way the brain gets affected is almost similar. Drug and any kind of addiction for that matter is comparable with digital addiction, particularly when it comes to the new generation social media platforms like Instagram, particularly the reels available on the social media is a new form of communication, of course. Particularly if you look at the positive side of it, the people who make reels definitely putting a lot of effort to capture the attention of the people within the shortest span of time. Earlier, if a news item, a news story means it used to be 1 minute to 1.5 minutes, but now even if it is 1 minute, nobody is going to listen. It is reduced to seconds now. So within that seconds, the shortest possible time, whoever is able to capture the attention of people, then they are successful. So a lot of efforts is going into making reels, whereas the impact of reels on the psychology and the neurochemical processes in the brain is phenomenal. The particular effect of reels on the neurochemical processes, so-called dopamine loop. Dopamine, we all know that it is a brain motivation neurochemical. And whenever we watch the reels, it is not only for the children, but also even for the adults. Reels create a dopamine loop in the brain, which basically makes us addicted to digital platform, particularly the reels. So it is not only the waste of time, but also the kind of damage it causes to the brain. That is the main problem now. And when the damage is caused when the children are at their formative age of brain development, it is definitely the impact is definitely long lasting, and it's going to be huge. So for a child, or for that matter anybody, watching reels is definitely a problem which we are kind of in a suicidal mode causing to our brain. So sometimes even the neurological problems starting from simple, the boredom to depression, deeper level of depression. It is all caused by continuous viewing, continuous watching of reels. So, as parents, we all have the responsibility to find alternative ways of keeping the children engaged and keeping the children enthusiastic about what they are doing. So, if you look at my background, I got a shelf of books, and on the one other side, you have the painting made by my son. He is now 9-year-old. So there are definitely positive ways of distracting the children to help the children to focus on constructive things, creative things, and by doing that, one is they are diverted from the digital addiction, and on the other hand, their brain is constructively, creatively, positively engaged in healthy activities like reading, painting, and any other sports for that matter. So going back to pre-COVID time, you just all of us should, in a way, consider this COVID time as a dream or nightmare in our life, and it was just a passing cloud in our life, and we should all go back to our pre-COVID times when it comes to the usage of digital medium. So encourage your children to go out and play, and if they are forced to stay indoors, give them some activities which engage them with the papers and pens, or read them. You read them or allow them to read. Find some interesting books to start with, story books particularly, which will bring some interest for the children to read books, and then creative arts like painting, music, or dance, whichever activity the children are interested in. So the message from me is to avoid the nobody need to explain about the ill effects of digital addiction, particularly the reels, whereas our responsibility lies in bringing the children away from this digital atmosphere. So books, games, sports, and creative arts. That is the message from me. Thank you very much, Ms. Lakshmi, and thank you very much, all the viewers.
Thank you so much, sir, for your powerful insight and for that touching example of your son's painting. In fact, the constructive distraction is exactly that we need. And, sir, we are doing Digital Detox Junior, aiming at the same, and we hope that we get your support soon on this. And yes, sir, you spoke about how books, games, and sports and the creative pursuits, they naturally move away from the risky digital behavior and the need for online validation. Your words has given us a simple yet powerful direction to act upon, something that all of us, all the parents here, or the teachers here, we all can follow that, sir. From the bottom of our heart, thank you so much. Despite your hectic schedule, you joined us, sir. Really grateful for that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So, Athar, can you confirm if Justice Talwin, sir, is joined?
As of now, no, he's not there.
Okay. Just a second. I'll share my content, and when sir joins, I'll stop in between.
Sure.
I'm trying to share my screen. Please let me know. So I'm again going to share the same thing that I did. Okay, can you please give me the permission to share my screen, please?
It is there. No, it's there.
Okay, all right, I think there's an issue. I think it's asking Google for the permission to share the screen. Not able to do it. Can somebody please guide me?
Sure. Check once again.
Okay. You're not allowed to share your screen. You can ask the meeting host to turn on the screen sharing is what I'm getting.
Just try once again. I've just turned off all the things. Yeah.
Okay. I'll do one thing, Athar. I'll email it to you and maybe you can share it.
Works
I
well.
think that way we can save the time, right?
Oh, yeah, works well. You can start
Okay.
in the meanwhile.
Okay. Just a second. I'm just sharing it. So I just had a couple of newspaper cuttings, to be honest, to show it to you all. The main reason why the session was, named this way, I mean, the topic that we chose about the reels, the real dangers about it. In fact, you're just free to search in the newspaper. I mean, just, if you just type reels and the dangers children face, you'll find series of news and they're very scary. So I really hope that I can, Athar, can you please confirm if you received it?
Just a second.
Okay, I'm still facing the issue to share it. And meanwhile, I'll do one thing. I'll just call Talban sir and remind him. Okay. So meanwhile, please try sharing my screen.
Yeah.
I mean, your screen.
It's done actually.
Can you start sharing it?
Yeah, I'm just sharing it. Yep, it's up.
So welcome once again on behalf of NCORE Foundation. Next. So Athar has already covered about us. I mean, what exactly we do, etc. And we are India's first cyber rehabilitation enabler, and Digital Detox Junior is one of our initiatives, which was in sync with what Kerala Police was doing, and that is exactly why we just last one we signed MOU, and we Athar has also spoken about Kid Glove project. Next. This is our advisory committee, and we were lucky to hear from Balakrishnan IPS sir, and we'll be soon hearing from Justice Talvan Singh sir as well. Next. So this story I always cover, but I think just assuming that there are a new set of audience. So just imagine that your children is playing in the ground, and the child is surrounded by 3-4 strangers. What would be your reaction? It would be scary, right? Next. And you think that giving phone to your child and making him or her sit inside the room is actually safe, but you're wrong. Next. You don't know what your children is doing with their phone. You might think they're safe, but they might be actually interacting with pedophiles. Okay, because we have done sessions for the children, and trust me, what the questions they ask shocks us. One child was asking us, ma'am, in Discord, one uncle is asking us for the photo. Can we send it to him? Can I send it to him? And another person is asking me to upload more videos on YouTube. Can we do that? So there's obsession with the reels, there's obsession with the content to display to the world what you're doing. Now children, like Balasa said, he has got so many books, like he was showing that to us, right? And children watches and learn. So if we are glued to the phone, what can we expect the present generations, right? So another warning that I wanted to give you all is you think that the YouTube or the content that you're showing to the kid is safe, but no. The child, it might be just innocent Spider-Man or Peppa Pig, but they might be watching Spider-Man push Peppa Pig from the building or Spider-Man jumping into the railway track. These are the content that the children might be watching, and that might make them delusional. There was one instance where I happened to listen to a conversation between two children, where the younger one was telling the older one that "मैं तुम्हें मार दूंगा, I'll kill you." And I got curious and I asked the child, "How do you think you'll be able to kill him?" "मैं चाकू से मार दूंगा." I'll just stab that child. So as per law, as per our Indian law, IPC or Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, any child below the age of 7 is considered as innocent, and they are not capable of having mensria, that is a malintention to do an offense. But imagine the child who just told that he's going to kill a boy, another boy, with a knife. He was only 6 years old. Okay, next. So I'm not going to cover this because sir has already covered about this, the dopamine loop, and we have got our head psychologist, I would say, the cyber psychology expert Ritu ma'am with us, and she already did a cybermet session. You all can check our YouTube channel, and again she'll be soon speaking about these topic, how this dopamine release is actually mimicking. This digital addiction mimics the substance use addiction as well. Next. And you all think that what might have gone wrong? We are doing everything possible. Next. But you're missing out something. The constructive distraction, what Bala sir was talking about. Now, children these days, they just rush to home and then, they just throw their bag, they just remove their shoes and they sit in front of the TV. I'm not trying to blame anybody. Being a parent, I think I can relate it to you all. And any children that you know, please see the trend. Are they enjoying the same childhood that we once used to have? Are they going out and playing in the sun? No. And this is exactly what is missing. We, the adults, are we having time to even play with our children? No. I think we are so busy to keep in pace with this modern world, right? We're just busy with the meeting, busy with the content updations. Next. I don't even know if we have even shown a physical album to our children. Okay, that also matters a lot. The touching the actual phone instead of those soft contents that you upload on social media. Next. And there is a silent divide that we all are unaware of. Next. I'm so sorry, I think it's in the PDF mode, right? Do you have the PPTX presentation mode? Meanwhile, I'll also give a missed call to sir.
Yep, it's up.
All right. So here I have, just posted a few newspaper cuttings. In fact, I did it in a hurry, so excuse me if there is some, that ordering issues and all. So please see the topic today versus what I've just, showing to you all. Boy's face catches fire after risky reel stunt goes horribly wrong. And even there are studies of videos of fueling addiction in the children, like sir said, the dopamine loop, and dangers lurking behind the reel. Why children under 18 are at risk of this Insta. In fact, the founder of YouTube, next, doesn't prefer showing his son or daughter, these videos. And yes, this one, the girl. And we cannot just blame the present generation for the real dangers or the all the digital dangers that they're facing. Look at this piece of news: the father's daughter's life, a viral video stunt. Are there any parents or any people who have actually made the children do something dangerous just for the sake of photo, just for the sake of 15 minutes reel? There might be, but it's time to wake up. Next. Oh my God, this is one thing that I wanted to discuss. 67, please, today, all of you, if you see a child or if you see a teenager, go and see 67 and see if the children, they're smiling. Okay, I really don't know what this means. I'm nowhere going to connect with the Gen Z or the Gen Alpha. What is this confused slang means? But the children, they just start laughing. There were a group of, children, and when somebody just randomly said 67, they all started laughing. So this is something that, we can try. Next. And this is the reason why today's session, the topic was selected, the killed for reels. In fact, I don't think there can be any human being who can watch this video by this mother, this grieving mother's video, and not shed a tear. Please feel free to type killed for reels, Dwarka crash. Okay, I don't know, I cannot even talk about this being a mother of, 2 children. I cannot imagine years and years of effort of this mother and a 23-year-old boy with so many dreams. Everything was crushed for the obsession of reels. The driver, he was a minor, and the sister with him, she was recording the speed with which the vehicle was moving, and it just rammed into this two-wheeler, and the 23-year-old biker was instantly killed. Next. This is just one out of, a lot of incidents that are happening. And women risking child's life to record a reel, or be it, mother's dramatic intervention. One girl was trying to take a reel in the train and the mother came and slapped her. Or there's another young man in Madhya Pradesh who climbed and, who got electrocuted. Next. And there was one mother who was dancing for the reel, and then the toddler, walks to the busy highway, and the deadly stunt, a 12-year-old lying under the track. Imagine, under the track, case against 2 minors. And women facing, I don't know if this is a real video, but for the sake of real, for the sake of life, for the sake of subscribers, this has happened. Next. Athar, please let me know if sir is joined. I'll stop it immediately then. Next, I'll see it
Sure.
to it. It's okay. You continue.
Sure.
presenting. Okay, and this point I was trying to convey that the YouTube's co-founder and former tech boss doesn't want his kid to watch short video. They are the ones who bring these technology to the world, but they know the perils of the technology and they don't want the children to go through it. So excess viewing, and then the teen, Odisha teen dies after being hit by a train while shooting the video. Let me not, just keep going on and on. Let me stop it here. But this was not supposed to scare anybody. This was just a reality check in case anybody feels that reels are safe. No, I'm not talking about social engineering attacks. I'm not talking about any hacking. Nothing. I'm talking about saving their lives, saving others' lives. How this obsession for reels is ruining our country, is ruining this world. Where are we pushing our generation into? It's high time we all think about it. And today, a bunch of us are here, and I'm sure people are watching it on the YouTube. To all of us, we have to wake up and stop this trend of obsession for real. That's our sincere request from this webinar. Not any other takeaway, but please let's take a pledge that at least we'll monitor the activity that is going inside our house and ensure that this continues. Like, we also safeguard our society. Next. And this is a mental health helpline, and 70% of calls were made by the children in 6 years. Okay, next. Maybe, children were not comfortable to talk to their parents or the ones they know. That is why they had to use the helpline. Ghaziabad teen suicide attack, again, another reason why the session is happening right now. So there might be some added, edge to this news. But this, the suicide note that was recovered from the site was an eye-opener, where the children clearly said that they are obsessed with the Korean series and all. So the vulnerability these teens that led to the crisis is something that we cannot ignore. And about the mobile phone addiction as well. Next. Next. I think I'll just keep saying next because these are all the data that will be available to you. And this one news, I'll tell you, children are unknowingly circulating sexually abusive material of even child pornography. And by the age they're eligible to get arrested. This is happening. And I'm not just telling you any news from random newspaper. No, this really happened. And I know the victim. Next. So there was an incident where the girl was caught stripping in front of the camera, and the mother was shocked to see this. She was taken to a child trauma psychologist. The girl was not feeling guilty. She was close to, I think, 13 years. And she told that my friends do it, so I did it. There was no guilt, there was no shame. But all this happened, and the parents, they thought that the girl won an iPhone, but the mother and father didn't know that. It was given to her by some pedophile maybe, right? Next. Next. I think recently even Meta was sued, right, for the addiction sake. Next. Okay, I can tell you all these, real cases. I can soon do that. But anybody is having any question, you feel free to unmute and ask. Maybe we can focus on that. You can stop sharing your screen, Athar, because the rest of it, let's make it, useful for the ones who are attending today. Any issue that you feel or any solution that you have with you, which you feel that can be done, and we can safeguard our children, because the purpose of having this webinar today is the same. So can we all have a discussion regarding the same? If you have a question, yes, please let us know. If you want us to conduct a webinar or seminar for your school, let us know. If you want us to train your teachers or the parents or the residential area or like anywhere, please let us know. We just delivered, training to the Kerala Police Cybertome team, and our first batch was from the Indian Army. So any question that anybody has, or I can even move on to the set of, real cases that happened to the children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My name is Chakshu Bipin Parmar and I'm from Delhi.
Yes, welcome. Please tell us.
Thank you. I have a 13-year-old who's just turned 14.
Okay.
And while he was in his preteens, the only question he would ask me was, can I have a tattoo? So
Okay.
in spite of, just saying a blunt no or ignoring him, I ended up saying that, son, look, having tattoo is beautiful decorative piece. It looks very funky and too in thing, too modern. But imagine after having a tattoo, you might end up getting a hepatitis, and he knows about hepatitis. And there might be somebody who needs blood. We might not be able to, donate blood. I gave him this little story and he was convinced. But for the last few months, I have seen 67 written with a pen or a color pen, maybe on his foot or maybe on his arm, and he keeps on smiling.
Okay.
So the other day he had a pen and he wrote 67 on my wrist in such a beautiful way. So you just mentioned about this number 67.
Yes.
I
yes.
was a little confused and I asked him, I said, what is this? Can you please explain? It's just another number, right? So he said, yeah, Mama, this is another number, but it's in right now amongst Gen Z. And he did not know the meaning. So how do I make him understand about the obsession with this?
Yes, ma'am, we have with us Ritu ma'am here, because that deals with the child psychology as well here. And the 67 trend, before ma'am answers, let me tell you, it is out of peer pressure and to just fit in amongst the friends. Maybe in his class, the friends might have done this, the tattoo, or maybe just, temporary one with the 67, because the kids these days, the Gen Alpha, the Gen Z, they're so obsessed with this 67 number that I think that gives them some kind of satisfaction when they hear it, or when they just in chorus start, shouting or laughing when they hear it. So that
Absolutely.
need to fit in is what is making them do this, is what my analysis is. But I'm not the right person to answer this question. Ritu ma'am, did you hear this question? It's an interesting question by Ms. Chakshu Parmar.
And as you
Yes.
said, ma'am, I do understand, because he right now is dealing with peer pressure. And
Okay.
also, he did mention that there are lots of other children in the class or maybe in the senior class are having this written in different colors and different style.
Okay, so that's exactly what we're suspecting. Is it right, Ritu ma'am?
See, again, we have to have a word with them. We have to have a talk like, okay, who has told you about 67? And if you're doing it, let's look for it together. So that, when you're talking about that, maybe that curiosity, if you feel that, okay, this is a little absurd, this is something which is normally he hasn't done, and if you just talked about that Gen Z has been doing it, you first have to get in touch in terms of, just go ahead, look at Google. Again, if you can get the information from them, you will be able to handle that situation accordingly in your house. That okay, if you just you just told just a moment back that there was a tattoo and you gave a nice explanation to the child and he agreed upon that. Yes.
Yes,
Did you
I
talk
do
about that?
agree.
Yeah. Yes, you did that. So again, as a parent, we have to be also updated. We have to be also aware what is going on. And the moment you get any such, like as you just said, he talked about this. So immediately try and find it out rather than, it's okay, nothing so important. Because again, as we are not updated, what happens sometimes they get too obsessed with the thing and they are also feeling that we don't know anything. So it's better that you try and understand on that, do the homework today, and immediately after that explain it to him, and also explain in your own manner that is it okay or is it not okay, and why is it not okay or why is it okay for them. So explain. It is always better to create a channel between you, and communication channels should be very strong between the parents and the child. And the moment he says also, if you feel, you just tell him, okay, let's find it out together. If you feel a little confident, or maybe you just find it out and tell him that, okay, let's find it out together, even if, he's not aware that you had tried to find it out. And talk about it, that how silly it is and why is it not important if I keep doing something like this. So you have to kind of connect with them. So create a communication channel, make that, okay, I'm enjoying, but at the same time. So if you do that, then they will understand you. If you do that, immediately you just start scolding them or telling them that, how can you be doing this? Why? So the dealing way is always that you first understand about that, whatever the trends, because every day the trends are changing. Every day there'll be something new, some new reel will come over, some new aspect will be there. You have already seen TikTok doing so many things. There are so many memes which are coming up, and they laugh. Sometimes I feel funny that what is making them laugh at this kind of a thing, like you just talked about that 67 makes them laugh at it. Yes, he is
Right.
feeling funny. Yes, exactly.
true.
Now, try and find it out and try and talk to him that let's find out together. Even if you found out, don't tell him. Be a part or a party to him with this particular thing and then discuss about the things the way you want it. And don't react immediately to that
I will do that.
situation.
I will do that because I did find out. And there was nothing substantial about it, But thank you so much for sharing that. I must do it together with him. So that
Yes.
would be even that could be our together or a bonding time. I'll definitely
Yes.
do that with him.
Yes. And
Thank you so
collectively positive and playful manner, rather than being very strict as a parent and saying that how can you do this? How can you be getting involved? The child will not tell you the next thing ever. So do not burn the bridges which are there. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you so much, Ritu ma'am. And we have Manju Mehra ma'am here. Manju ma'am?
Namaste, ma'am. Actually, this is a very unique session as usual. I just wanted to know, in the long run, what would matter more, a strict monitoring or building a digital detox environment, and what should be the strategy for the parents because they themselves are addicted?
The digital detox that we are talking about is aiming at the same, because this being an issue, and especially we cannot blame children, and suddenly making them devoid of all the digital devices is also going to backfire, because they are born into an era where they're just born with phones in their hands. And the parents also, they motivate their children if they just skip an ad in the YouTube. So this is something, the trend that is being seen, unlike the rest of the generations. The present generation is having it all different, plus the COVID, where the education was also mandated in this digital way. So I think we have to take it very slow. A sudden ban might actually have its own repercussion, but then it is also required. So we have to make a calculated move with all the stakeholders, with all the policy makers, and with all the experts in a group discussing about this and what would be the best for the children. And like I personally, we are working on this Digital Detox Junior program, and we keep experimenting what can bring children out of this addiction. Like, you give your children the phone, the child will be in the phone. You ask the child to have his breakfast, lunch, no, the child might not come. You might ask the child to come and attend a video call, no, he might not come. But there might be some games, some board games or something that the child might be interested in. So we are...
Lakshmi, may I ask you a little bit?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So again, Ms. Manju, you just asked about the strategy which we should have. First of all, the biggest strategy is to correct our own self, because basically it's not the next generation, it's our generation which is at fault. Most of it, if I just talk about that, specifically after COVID or during COVID. So what has happened because of this, the things that we felt that okay, this is okay. And then what is the problem also with us is that we are a very sandwich generation. In terms of the children who are from the next generation, they ask for logic for things and rational, while our parents have been talking more on moral and loyalties and all those things. So we are kind of a very confused generation ourselves, which is kind of haggling between both of them. And because of that, our own, desires which have been there, we are trying to be living through them, or also trying to do those things ourselves. I've seen a lot of reels which are basically made of middle-aged people or the middle adulthood people, rather than those who are younger in generation. If I just see, the reels are not mainly more of adolescent, but more of the adult people who are there. So that makes us feel, at least specifically to me, the understanding of that, because we are a sandwich generation, it's kind of we are kind of in a tug of war, and also at the same time we want to live like Gen Z. We don't understand that we have a responsibility towards handling them. So first, my strategy would be correction of our own self, understanding of the parenting styles. How can we be making the parenting styles more interesting? How can we be indulging also in the things, rather than just saying, okay, you do your studies, you do your we are not sitting with them. If we are not sitting, whatever they watch, they will try to do. And they will also ask us, because as I just said, they're very rational children. They'll ask you the question that if you are not doing, how come I'm supposed to be doing that? So you have no answer to that thing. So this is what my thinking is. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, and you absolutely, you were right on this aspect. And like even Bala sir had said, he has got so many books, and if we read, the child will read. If we use the phone, then the child will use it. If we use the phone and tell this child not to use it, it might, still not work out. So maybe the society needs to change themselves first, and then ask the children to, ban these social media and everything. So that also makes sense. So I just got a message from Justice Talwin sir's office. He is actually stuck with an arbitration meeting. So he might be free, and it might, in a while, but we might have to reschedule his session. And I think meanwhile, Mr. Balu Swaminathan, he has raised his hand, so we can hear from him. We can take some 2 questions and we can move on to the vote of thanks. Yes, Mr. Swaminathan. Can somebody please unmute him? I think he wants to speak. Anybody else in the question in the chat box? Or if you want to have some real cases that affected the children, or the APK file, or happy mode, I don't know, like there are a lot of games. If you want to know about it, we can speak. Somebody is unmuted?
Ma'am, he can unmute himself.
Okay, so Mr. Swaminathan, you're free to unmute, or is it just, I think by mistake, he has raised his hand. Anybody else?
Yep.
Okay, he's again raising his hand, so I don't know if he's not able to. Akshay sir? So we have with us a very special guest here. I know Akshay sir, he's from the Orissa Police, and another dynamic, super cop when it comes to cyber safety. Sir, please, it's an honor for us to have your presence for today's session. Please, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Am I audible?
Good evening, sir. Yes, sir, you're
Yes.
loud and clear.
Excellent session taken by the session because it is a very alarming in these days. So we are conducting so many sessions at colleges and schools regarding the digital detox, which is the need of the hour. And also this is the mantra by Honorable Prime Minister of India. So we have to take steps towards detoxing our young breed because those are students, those are the kids. Now they are in the age of Gen G and Gen Alpha. So we have to take steps, and you are taking so brilliant steps, the marvelous steps, really praiseworthy. And hopefully in the future I will be a part of your session because you are taking the sessions very well. There are so many aspects we have to touch upon all these aspects because you have forgotten to mention regarding the Telemanas. This is a very good project by the Government of India. So it is a helpline number. It is 14416. Because nowadays the students are in a very deflation state because you have already discussed about the dopamine. So the concept is that it is very, very important nowadays that we have to take care of our kids, take care of our young breeds. So Televanas is a very good step by the Government of India. So it gives the solution to the depressed students, depressed youth. So it is a very, very important for us. So many aspects government has already taken. So we have to highlight those aspects taken by the government, those steps taken by the government towards build a very safer nation for the young breed. So thanks a lot. Thank you. Thanks a lot, ma'am. It's a great project, ma'am. Thank you.
Hello?
Sir, ladies and gentlemen, we just heard from
Hello?
Akshay Kumar Naik. So just a
Hello?
second. Mr. Swaminathan, just a second, okay? So we
Hello?
just heard from ACP Akshay Kumar Naik, sir, Ops IT and Social Media Cell Bhuvaneshwar. And like I said, Sir has helped us. In fact, I remember seeking Sir's availability for a couple of sessions. I think you were busy with some festival, Jagannath festival and all, I remember, sir.
Yes,
So
ma'am,
next
yes,
time,
ma'am.
sir, it would be an honor if you come as a speaker for our session. We'll be reaching out to you, sir.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you so much,
thank
sir.
you, thank you, thank
So,
you.
sorry, Mr. Swaminathan, I had to interrupt you. Over to you, Mr. Swaminathan.
Good evening, madam. Good evening to all. Everything has to be, we need law. Even for wearing helmet, we need law. So even for making restrictive use of mobile phone, we have to introduce law. It may be ridicule, but the parents, if children use mobile phone more time, the parents will be fine amount. Some law that we have to introduce. Another thing, we should have cyber patrolling instead of making individual to comply all the rules. Internet service provider, other intermediaries can take the role to prevent, because if we are able to prevent, it will have some effect. Two things I want to say.
Thank you so much, Swaminathan, sir. That was really, a point that you added and really makes sense. And just a second.
May I point?
Yes,
Sorry, 1 minute. I am a President Cyber Society of India. I am a president.
Okay, you're CSI. Okay,
I am President Cyber Society of India. And we are conducting usually a meeting. Mr. Saravana Kumar is aware of it. Even in Coimbatore also, we did it. I know IG. I am a retired police officer. I retired 2010. The first conviction Sugas Kedde case is handled by me.
Oh my God, I think we are being blessed in today's session to have the celebrity super cops with us. Thank you so much, sir. It means a lot. It just shows how much this session values and how much you value the children of our country and how much you want to contribute for their safety. So hats off to you, everybody. I know big round of applause might not be audible to our super cops, but yes, they deserve it. Thank you so much, sirs.
Swaminathan sir, sir, am I audible, Swaminathan sir?
Yes, yes.
Sir, Karnataka is now the first state in India to regulate the using of the social media platforms under the age of 16. So they have taken a very good steps now. Regarding the content, regarding the disabling of content by the Indian government. So there is rules they have amended in the year 2026, and already in operations are information technology, intermediary guidelines, and digital media ethics rules 2021 amended in the year 2026 and also operated from 20th of February 2026. Now it is given by the to the users. Users can file a complaint to the grievance officer of any of the social media platform, and within 2 hours the content will be taken down. It will be blocked. It's a very marvelous step by the government. We have to highlight the steps taken by the government to the viewers, to the audience, to the listeners, and everything they are doing. The cyber patrolling is also being done by the government of India is also, but we do not have a very strong firewall mechanism like China, so that it's very difficult to block all these because now and then students are using VPN proxy so to bypass the IP addresses. So this is really the point you have raised. This is a very good point, sir. So government is taking also steps, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Akshay sir, I think even recently Yogi ji from the UP government, he also said that don't give phone to your children. If the children are crying, let them cry. So that was a point that even the UP government is stressing on, and I think we, the people, the common people, have to bring these changes in our life, and then proceed to see a world where the children will be leading with confidence, not being digital zombies. So over to Adhar to close the session.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everyone, for.
1 minute.
Yeah, sure, sir.
If time permits, could we also share something on Manas, whatever he was talking about? Could we?
Sorry, sir?
No, could we? Telemanas. I just want to, Telemanas. I
Yes,
hope
sir, please,
everybody's able to, you're able to see the screen,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Telemanas. I think it's an excellent initiative by our central government, which provides quality mental health care services for everyone 24/7. So 14416 is the number, and otherwise you also have our toll-free number 1-800-891-4416. And 1 minute. Yes. Yeah. So they started, paying in 2015-16, and right now in 2024 they have come up with this particular initiative. This scheme talks about, it provides free 24/7 health support, and it is available in 20 Indian languages across, and there are 23 institutes who are also guiding, helping, supporting in this sort of initiative. And they provide immediate counseling and also referral services wherein they will refer to authorized experts. And since it is actually an old figure, 2022, it should be double the figure as of now. And they had around 5 regional coordinating centers. It might have increased by now. And it is a major step towards, having very much easily accessible and stigma-free mental health care. Yeah, thank you.
That was very helpful, Sharvana Kumar, sir. And just wanted to add on, since we signed MOU with the Kerala Police Cyber Dome, and Athar was already covered about the Kid Club project. So the Kerala Police is also doing something very wonderful called as, the mental health first responder. They choose students as mental health.
Sorry, Lakshmi. Talwan sir is here.
Talwan sir has joined.
Talwan sir, just a second. Talwan sir?
Yes.
Actually, sir was... Sir, I'm so sorry, sir. We troubled you with calls, and we totally understand that you were busy with something very important. And sir, it's an honor to even introduce somebody like Justice Talwan Singh, sir. He's a distinguished jurist and former judge of Delhi High Court, and now a senior advocate at Supreme Court of India. And sir brings decades of judicial experience. And he has also contributed to the digitization of courts in India, helping making justice more accessible, transparent, and efficient. And his journey reflects more, important reality as crime evolves with technology and so much systems that deliver justice. Sir, we are truly privileged to have you with us. I know time might be a constraint for you right now, but we totally respect even a few words from you would be, very, very valuable for us, sir.
Thank you. In fact, nowadays I'm conducting the election of the Bar Council of Delhi. That is the main task that I have on my hands. So, lawyers are taking a lot of time, my time, because of this election which is going on. Election is over, the counting is over. The counting takes time because it's a preferential vote system which takes time. So it will be much better. Yeah, already 1 month is gone for counting. And of course, all other things. Yeah, so I'm thankful to you for giving me a chance to be with all of you. In fact, yesterday I was at lovely professional university in Punjab, one of the largest university that we have in North India, speaking to the students there. And here, I think there also the problem with the youth, or the problem is, I think teenagers especially, is that they go on internet without there being any precautions. In India, all over the world, somebody was telling me yesterday, in India, the internet connectivity is the cheapest in the world. So it has got its benefits, it has got its, negative side also. The negative side is that every child is assessing the net without knowing which sites to assess, which sites not to assess. And your initiative to educate the young children, and of course the vulnerable group, I would rather call it, is really commendable. The internet is not a bad thing. The thing is that you must know how to use it. So like they say, when the atom bomb was invented, it was not invented for this particular purpose. Okay, when the dynamite was invented, it was not invented for making bombs. So similarly, internet has got its many benefits, and side by side, it has got the negative side also. The problem is, you look at the accessibility of the sites which are spreading hatred, sites which have got pornographic material, sites which are not in national interest, sites where false propaganda is made by the interested parties. There is no check. Nobody is, you can say, nobody is telling the young people, the young minds, that whether these sites are, they should assess those sites or not. And we call it a WhatsApp university. It is no longer a WhatsApp university. It's a Reels university nowadays which is being run. So people are forming opinion only on the basis of what they see. If there are 2, 3, 4, 5 reels on a particular topic, people start believing that. And a very, very disturbing thing which I have seen in the last few days when I was traveling, at every tourist spot you will find 10, 15, 20, 30 people making reels. I think everybody in India, especially the young crowd, everybody is making reels, irrespective of you can say, whether they are at a religious place, whether they are at a tourist place, whether they are traveling in a train, whether they are traveling by air, everybody is making reels. So there is like we have got a censor board for movies. I think there should be some mechanism in place what you can show, what you can't show, and who should assess the content or who should not assess the content. This is what my take on this.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Sir, thank you so much,
Yes.
sir, for taking time out of your extremely hectic schedule to be with us today. In fact, your reflections on what you aptly described at Wales University truly struck a chord, to be honest, and especially the way you highlighted even a tourist spot being more focused on capturing moments than actually living them. That's it from experience, talking it, sir, that you really, expressed it, and that is something that we all will consider as a takeaway. Maybe we should start to live in the moment than capturing it. Very beautifully said, sir, and your words were much needed reminder for all of us to pause, reflect, and reconnect with a real, unfiltered life. Grateful for your presence and perspective. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And over to you, Athar.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Okay, so we are proceeding for the note of thanks. Thanks a lot, first of all, everyone. Good evening, everyone. As we come to the end of this insightful sessions on children at risk in the real world, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. Firstly, I would like to begin by expressing our sincere gratitude to Justice Talwant Singh sir for sharing his invaluable legal perspective. Your insights help us understand the very crucial thing that what sir already said about the real university. Okay, I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Shri Thiru V. Balakrishnan sir, IPS, for bringing a strong law enforcement viewpoint by combining the real world experience as well. A special thanks to Miss Lakshmi Mini ma'am for highlighting the behavior and psychological aspect. The dimension is often overlooked. I would like to express my sincere thanks to our advisor, Mr. Sarvana Kumar sir, and an esteemed officer, Bala Swaminathan sir, as well as ACP Akshay Nayak sir from Orissa Police, for their valuable insights and contributions. So again, just adding one point, we are also proud to highlight that NCORE Foundation has entered into an MOU with the Kerala Police Cyber Dome under the Kit Glove project. We will working very closely with the police for the strengthening the overall, specifically kids infrastructure, pan India, strengthening our collective efforts toward child safety and cybersecurity awareness. I also want to thank each and every participant who joined us today. You thanks a lot for spending your time on something meaningful, and that itself makes a difference. So on behalf of NCORE Foundation, I sincerely appreciate the efforts of the entire organizing team who worked tirelessly behind the scene. Thanks a lot, everyone, and let's not just reduce this session as just a simple webinar. The real value lies in what we do after this. How do we apply the learnings? How do we apply this? How will we spread the awareness and act responsibly in our own circle? With that, I once again thanks a lot for all the speakers and the participants. Have a really great evening ahead. Thanks a lot. and if anyone wants, they can speak. Lakshmi ma'am, can we do
I
that?
think it's kind of unusual, but yes, after the vote of thanks, we do see a few hands risen. So we are running short of time, but maybe we can